Welcome to Science by PK. This channel is for curious minds, kids, students, and adults who want to learn how science shapes our world. At Science by PK, share inspiring stories about great scientists and their discoveries that continue to impact our lives today. And if you love learning about science, make sure to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more amazing videos. Today, we're talking about Isaac Newton, one of the greatest thinkers in history. His ideas changed the way we understand motion, gravity, and even light. But his life was not as easy. It was filled with struggles, questions, and determination. This is the story of how Isaac Newton changed the world and how his discoveries still affect our daily lives. Isaac Newton was born in January 4, 1643 in a small village called Woolsthorpe in England. Life wasn't easy for Newton. His father died before he was even born. His mother left him to be raised by his grandma. Newton grew up mostly alone and people saw him as quiet and shy. But while others were playing games, Newton was busy building things. He made windmills, water clocks, and even sundials to measure the time. At school, Newton wasn't the best student at first, but when a boy bullied him, Newton decided to work harder and prove he was smarter. He studied day and night, surprising his teachers and classmates with his knowledge. Newton then went to Cambridge University, where he asked big questions on how the world works. One day he was sitting under an apple tree and he saw an apple fall. That was a simple moment that led to him wonder on why objects fall downwards. It made him think about gravity, the invisible force that pulls everything towards Earth. Newton's idea didn't stop there. During break from school, when the Great Plague hit, Newton went home and worked on three major discoveries that changed science forever. The first was his laws of motion. He explained how objects move and why they stop or change direction. Let's break it down so it's easy to understand. The first law says that an object will stay still or keep moving unless something pushes or pulls it. Think about a soccer ball. It won't move until you kick it and won't stop until friction from another force slows it down. And the second law says that the heavier something is, the harder you have to push to make it move. Imagine pushing an empty shopping cart. It's easy, but if it's full of groceries, you have to push harder. The third law is you probably see it every day. It says for every action, it's equal to an opposite reaction. When you jump off a boat, the boat moves backwards. Or think about a rocket. It pushes gas down and reaction pushes the rocket up into space. Without this law, we wouldn't have space travel today. Newton's second big discovery was gravity. He figured out that the same force that holds an apple to the ground also keeps the moon orbiting the Earth and the Earth orbiting the sun. This idea wasn't just about falling apples. It explained the movement of planets and stars. Today, gravity is used in GPS systems, space travel, and even in predicting tides. Newton also worked on light and colors. He discovered that white light is made of many colors. He proved this by passing light through a prism to create a rainbow. Today, his work on optics is used in glasses, cameras, telescopes, and even smartphone lenses. And let's not forget Newton's invented calculus, kind of math that scientists and engineers use to solve big problems about motion and change. Without calculus, we would not have figured out modern engineering, space exploration, or even computers today. Newton became very famous for his discoveries. He worked as the president of Royal Society, one of the most important science groups in the world. He also worked at the Royal Mint, where he helped design better money systems and to stop counterfeiting. But Newton's life wasn't all work. He was a private person who liked to keep to himself. He never married. All he spent most of his life thinking about. Even as he grew older, Newton kept asking questions and searching for answers. He died on March 31st, 1727 at the age of 84. Newton was buried in Westminster Abbey, where the kings and queens are also buried. That shows how important he was to the world. Today, Newton's discoveries are still alive in our everyday lives. His laws of motion explain how cars, planes, and rockets move. His work on gravity helps scientists and send satellites into orbit and predict how planets move. His studies in light are used in fiber optics, laser, and telescopes, and his calculus is used in everything from medicine to computer program. Newton's story teaches us to stay curious, ask questions, and never give up, because even the smallest ideas, like an apple falling, can lead to big discoveries. Thank you for watching this video on Isaac Newton. If you enjoyed learning about his life and his discoveries, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you in the next one.